What is good, my ninjas? It is your boy Yinko, coming to you with Impromptu Tea Party with my host, Fresh for Real. Say what's up, Fresh.
What is up, guys? It's good to be back. Less stress to impress, more chill with the homies because you know me, but not really silly. But it's good to be back.
And we got this other fool in here, so Reaper, but he didn't bring his mic because he's whack. And I don't care. He's probably gonna say something in chat, but I don't care. So let's get into it. So today on ITP, we're gonna be talking about the content coming up next month in August. Yup. Shaking my damn SMD. The hell is SMD?
Shaking my damn.
Oh, suck my dick.
You stupid.
Up. Look, we both was off.
Oh, so we gonna be talking about the son of a bitch. We're gonna be talking about the future content that's gonna be coming up next month, and just our thoughts on what's going to be. What will they possibly be bringing out? Because I know what chapter 4 is supposed to be coming out next month.
Yep. And I'm ready.
So, and then I think that's when level 80 comes out as well. So the real question is, are they going to stick to how JP did it? Like, are they gonna roll out just partially? Because I know that there's been talks of a lot of content that's currently out now that didn't come out in JP until chapter 4 came out. And we're getting some of that shit trickling in. So will the same shit happen once chapter 4 comes out, that they're going to bring in not only chapter 4, but chapter 4 plus, with a little bit more shit as far as, shit that can be for future content? Or are we just going to just get the chapter 4 a new level cap and then, just whatever else that's coming with it? What are your thoughts, sir?
I haven't looked into the actual content as far as what is actually coming out, so that's new to me. I would like to say or state that I think it would be wise if they would just drop it all, because I mean, number one, if you're hungry, you don't want a snack, you want a meal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's just how I think of things. And plus, just being a content creator and stuff like that, I typically am not one of those part 1, part 2, part 3 type of people. You know what I'm saying? I just put it out, and this is what you got. This is what we dealing with. And I feel like, yes, if you spread it out, cool, it gives you more time to develop other things without having to worry. But if you just put it all out, I mean, you're gonna have those people that stay in the house and play it until it's dead. But give it all to us, man. Like, for real. I don't want to have to get online one day and I can only do this set of a quest, and then next month I'm hoping that they'll release set B. Like, just give me set A, set B, and I can do all of the content at my own pace. That's how I feel about it.
So, I mean, I totally understand, and I agree, but I would play devil's advocate.
I don't give a fuck.
Because that's me.
That's what you like to
I'm
do,
toxic.
man. That's what you like to
I'm
do.
toxic like that, but how I look at it, while they're trickling it in as they are, is because that even though you, me, probably so, we're all like, don't give me a piece of the turkey, just give me the whole fucking thing.
Damn right.
There's some motherfuckers that's like, oh, well, this is too overwhelming. This is too much. I'm out.
You are stupid, and don't forget, you are stupid.
and then that's it, and they
What?
start losing. Yeah, dude, there's some people that feel that, and I mean that's kind of why the that's kind of okay. So that's kind of why they're doing what they're doing with Destiny, is because they're sunsetting a lot of shit, just because one, a lot of a lot of the weapons and shit like that are are being used. The old shit are being used over the new shit. Excuse me. And they want you to be able to use the new shit, but on top of that, they're taking a few planets out, a few strikes, raids, stuff like that, just because if you're a new player and you have to do everything from day one Destiny 2 all the way up to the current, that's 4 years. 4 years. 4 years? 3 years? Yeah, 4 years. I'll give it 4 years. That's 4 years. 3 years of content that you have to now backtrack, unless they do that whole new light shit. But that's 3 years of content that you have to go through.
But
That
it's at
means
your own speed.
it's at your own speed, but the current player, they're not like us. They're not like old school players where, having that good amount of chunk of shit to go through is good. Like,
I
they
don't
want to
know
be
any
able to
players
play.
that don't respect the grind though.
There's something, but
The grind is everything.
the grind is everything. But at the same time, there's people that want to play the new shit because their friends are playing the new shit. So you have to take that into consideration, that if say that I'm new to PSO2, or let me not say I'm new to PSO2, but I've never played PSO2. You've been playing since the fucking closed beta, and you bringing me on, and there's all of this shit happening. And I want to be able to do the shit that you're doing.
It could be overwhelming. I
Yeah.
get it. But going back to the table reference, I've never sat in front of a banquet and walked away because it was too much food. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I might start here, start there, start with some small bites, but I'm gonna get full. And yeah, I have played, especially World of Warcraft. Oh my god, starting a new character. Yeah, but that's up to the developers to like World of Warcraft. You had that, what was it? It was like a campaign where you could like pretty much just speed level just to get up to, and then they had hero classes where you could come in and you were already half the level and stuff like that. So I think that's up to the developers to close that gap, not to you. And if you got good friends and you got a good group, what friend ain't gonna wanna hitch their wagon to yours and pull you up? Now, granted, you got some solo players that don't have a lot of friends or don't have a lot of online friends. You might got different schedules and stuff like that. That's where that first off, that's where you learn how to play your class. Secondly, that's where you just close the gap little by little.
Mm-hmm. No, and I feel that, and going off of that reference, so I want to say about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I actually 3 years ago, when I first moved to Virginia, I had a good bit of cash, and so I built my first gaming PC. Super excited. I've always wanted to play PC, but the mouse and keyboard kind of was foreign to me, and I had some guys that I worked with that were very fluent in playing PC games. One of them being WoW. I always wanted to play WoW. So I got WoW. And I was gonna go through the original story, but the shit that they were doing that they couldn't bring me in on made me feel like, one, I was holding them back. Two, I didn't feel like doing all that fucking grinding, which I should have done. And three, the leveling. I didn't feel like having them because, they were kind of like whack with it. I don't want to say whack with it, but they were just kind of like bummed because they had they had to drag me along as far as trying to level me up and stuff like that. So I felt bad. So I used that implementation of the leveling, which power leveled me all the way up to, like, I don't want to say the cap, but it brought me to where I was semi caught up, but I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, and it was extremely overwhelming. I had no clue what the fuck I was doing. I had no clue with any of the world or anything like that. So I got lost. I got extremely lost to where I was going into high level areas, and my character wasn't spec'd to where it needed to be, and I was getting my shit pushed in to where it just stopped me from playing, period. So, and it's things like that, you know what I'm saying? And it goes kind of with what you were saying with, well, if you got good friends, they'll help you, because I've had that with Diablo 3, but I want to say that with PSO2, it's a little bit more linear than that. You're not going into different worlds. It's kind of, you go to the quest counter and you could take your pick from with the quest and shit like that. But, I just felt like the trickling of content, kind of, it's not only good for the common player, for the casual player, but also for us, the people who like to eat it up, because content creators and just hardcore players alike, it keeps us salivating, for that future content push that's going to be coming out in the next 3 to 4 months.
I can see it. I could definitely see it. I'm picking up what you putting down. You know what I'm saying? Solid. But this is, you're talking to somebody who I have family who, my family, we play the same games. If like, when World of Warcraft was out, we played World of Warcraft. When Repels is a free to play MMO. What's the I don't know the term for it. It's a browser MMO. We all played that. Then when Final Fantasy 14 came out, we all moved to Final Fantasy. So and granted, when I told them about PSO2, my cousin got my sister's Xbox. My brother, I gave him 300 so he could buy an Xbox, and we all got on. And when I tell you, my cousin Lamont, he didn't know anything about Braver. What he did know is, hey, my cousin plays this game. He has a vicious ass katana for me. I just need to get the levels to do it and to use it. And through getting those levels and grinding, he learned how to pay the pass. And eventually, I gave him the katana that I have for him. But that was his motivation. And also playing the same game. But, so, different people have different motivations. You know what I'm saying? So, if I'm a solo player, my motivation, speaking about for reals, is I want to be the best at anything I play. And I will be the most unique person playing that class. So that's my motivation, and I'm just hoping that any other gamer out there has a similar motivation. So content dropping, no matter if it's a plethora or it's just this one quest chain, I'm just hoping that with us having like-minded goals, everybody's gonna strive. Period.
I feel like. Hold on. God damn it, Soul. We're fucking recording. Shit. Putting your shit in the chat. Asshole. I love you, Soul. But nah, I totally fucking asshole, dude. Just see that shit just pop up in the chat. But it's just one of those things, bro, to where I feel like, if you do have that motivation, you do have people that's playing, you like getting acclimated to the amount of content that's in the game, it's going to be a tad bit easier. But for those who don't and are just coming in and are either hearing it from IGN or one of their favorite YouTubers, they're not going to have that. And especially with PSO2, kind of having that elitist mentality as far as with certain alliances. You know, if they choose the wrong alliance, when they brand fucking
It's a
new,
wrap.
right,
It's a
they
wrap.
they whole buzz with learning about this game is completely shot. It's completely gone,
Yep.
and they're gonna definitely stray away from this game because they don't have, like, if they don't have people like Cured or Sparrow or Ty or you know what I'm saying, helping them.
Yeah.
They're it's that whole wanting of to learn is gonna be done. It's gonna be done, bro. It's gonna be cooked. Stick a fork in them.
No,
It's
no,
done.
no. I get it. I definitely
So
get it. I agree. I agree on that.
yeah. So let's see. Let's transition into the the astrocytes. So
Ooh.
they've been having a lot of, and I got something earlier today. It was a pure photon.
They
Is
put
that
those in?
I got one. It was called a pure photon. My thing is, with all of these new astrocytes and everything, of course that they got the new swap shop, they got the new challenge quest, they got the not the extreme quest. What is it? Oh, God. What's the level 80 joint? Just with the two maps.
Ulti.
Yeah, the ultimate
Ulti.
quest. Uh, they got all of these new quests, and of course with new quests, they're having new shit, dropping. What? Unless I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything that's using these resources. Like, do you think that when Chapter 4 comes out, that these new resources or these new vendors or just the old vendors are going to get updated to where we can use these new resources?
Absolutely. And with that, I actually like the way they're doing it because looking at it, they're letting us stockpile. So that way, when these new vendors, I believe that when these new vendors come out, at
Mm.
least you'll at least be able to at least buy one item. You know how some of these things you got to buy 400, you have to have stock up like 400 and 500 of whatever astrocyte. At least you'll
Mm-hmm.
be able to buy one thing because for months on hand you've been getting them, and now you can use them.
Right.
So I actually like the way they've been doing that because when it comes out, you'll be able to drop it, and it's just like, oh shit, you know what? I got these new twin daggers. I can get that. Or I have the slave twin daggers, so the slave twin daggers have me set. So maybe I can buy a new back piece or something. You know what I'm saying? I have an
Right.
option too. Whereas, oh, now they dropped all this new shit, but I can just look at it. It looks real pretty, but I can't get it yet. You know, like, nah, forget that.
So I agree. I definitely agree that it definitely gives us the ability to stockpile, but I feel that at the same time there needs to be some type of communication as far as
Mm.
between Fantasy Star Online, NA, and the community. Just because, at least I haven't seen anything, and I watch YouTubers that usually, let me not say usually, but they report on like updates and stuff like that, and there's nothing being said about the vendors being updated unless that's just something that's just gonna come in chapter 4. Like
I'm picking.
I would like them to do that at least. That's
I'm
just for
picking up
me.
what you're putting down.
Right, you know what
It's
I'm
smart
saying?
if they, yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
I mean, because if you think about it, a common player who doesn't play MMOs, like we play MMOs, you know, and I can't really count Destiny 2 as an MMO, but you kind of can because it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing. Like whenever new content's coming out.
Uh,
Well, whenever new
that's more
content's
like
coming
a
out,
first-person shooter to me.
it's like a first-person shooter, but they have MMO qualities to it because whenever new content comes out, you stockpile, like tokens and resources, planet resources that you get. You stockpile all of that shit. So when the vendors are updated or there's a new vendor coming out or whatever the case is, you have a shit ton of resources at your feet. But for somebody who's new to the game or isn't used to playing an MMO, and they be like, well, what the fuck is astrocyte? Or what the fuck is this, fucking stone that I just got? And they don't know, and they're not gonna put in the time to research. Because, I gotta play devil's advocate. They're gonna they're gonna do one or two things. They're either gonna just completely discard it, or they're gonna sell it. What's up?
You're right. No. I was agreeing with you. You're right about that. They will, because I was about to say you have no choice, but you can actually sell those. So yeah,
Yeah,
you might mess around and sell them and miss out.
Yeah, because you can sell it like the food and shit. If you got food from monsters and shit, and you don't know nothing about Franca's Cafe. Of course, I know about Franca's Cafe. I just refuse to just go and do it because I just don't like that aspect of, that's never been an aspect of the MMO that appealed to me. It was crafting food and shit like that, and I barely like crafting the rings, but I do it because if I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like if I want to further my character's abilities and strengths, or cover weaknesses, then I'm going to bite the bullet and craft those things. But for a regular person, that's just getting into this game, they're going to be like, well, fuck, I don't feel like doing this. I don't know what the fuck this is for. I don't see any vendors selling anything that uses this shit. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to get rid of it.
But it's, I mean, cool. I get that, but it's also not going to completely break the game if you don't use them.
Oh, big facts. Big facts. I definitely agree. Like, it's not going to break the game if you don't use them, but then you're going to be at a disadvantage if you don't keep those things and use them. Because, like, say with the vendor that sells the bristle armor, and it uses, like, one of those astrocytes, and you don't know about it, you know what I mean? Or let's just say, like, in the next content, to get the bristle set, you need that said fucking astrocyte that you were constantly getting rid of because it was just filling in your inventory or filling out your storage, and you didn't think anything of it because you haven't heard anything about it, you haven't seen anything, nobody's been talking about it, so you just like, whatever. You're gonna be like, fuck, I could've, if I would've known, I would've been keeping that shit.
That, to me, that also gives way for you to start reaching out to people. Because, yes, you're going to look at yourself and you're going to be like, damn, I was an idiot for getting rid of that stuff. Maybe next time, I don't know, I might ask somebody, I might shout it in the lobby. Mm-hmm. So I think that's just another way for you to open up lines of communication.
I feel that. Oh, but your boy got play devil's advocate. So you reach out in the community, like you reach out in the chat, and you're like, hey, what are these things? Now, of course, you'll have those one or two that's gonna give you some information. It won't be complete, full information, but it'll be information nonetheless. But you also have those people who are dickheads, and you be like, hey, what's this astrocyte? Yeah, what's this astrocyte for? Oh, it's for your mom, or it's for dicks. It's for a bag of dicks. Go eat a bag of dicks. I mean, like, and I hate to say, but like even with me and you, like, say the person joins a random party for a quest, and they're constantly dying because they're not equipped. They're not efficiently equipped for said quest, but they figured, 2 level 75s. We've done it. We've seen somebody who just so happened to be at level 75, but didn't have any of the equipment. They didn't have a set that gave them a bonus or anything like that. They just had random shit that they've acquired throughout them gaming, and unfortunately, we've done it. Granted, they haven't asked us anything to where they were trying to further their knowledge. So of course, we just assumed that they knew and just didn't care about having a specific armor. Let me not say a specific armor set, but just having a armor set that gives them perks or whatnot. But we essentially haven't helped newer people before becoming like content creators. You know what I'm saying? Like full on content creators. And that's the thing, like that. Some of these people are going to run into is the simple fact that, what if, nobody wants to fucking help them? Then what? Reaching out, it can only do so much. And of course, for some fucking reason, JP doesn't put out any information, or at least JP veterans, or whatever the case is, unless it's Reddit, aren't putting out information to where
No, you're right, they don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like they hoard information, bro. Hoard information. So you're not gonna like it's like pulling teeth. And what was it? Nos even said that during the last ITP is that JP the JP side doesn't really put out information to help out the NA side. So you kind of just stuck.
It's true. That is very true. I can't argue with you there, man. I cannot. I can't.
But it sucks. It sucks for the newer player that's going to be coming in late on a game like this. When we eventually do catch up to JP, it's going to suck. It's going to suck unless they just so happen to join a YouTubers alliance to where people are helpful, or they join a Discord to where people are helpful. But I mean, probably the best bet would be to join a YouTubers alliance to where they foster the community of helpful people. So,
and I would hope that they would.
I mean, but
honestly,
that all depends on the YouTuber. If you got a YouTuber like Animana or Black to Basics, but Black to Basics joined Nos. If he's full up, unless he kicked a whole bunch of inactive people, if these guys are full up, and of course there's majority of the people playing currently have been playing since beta, or if they haven't been playing since beta, they've been waiting for the PC to come out, and now they've been playing since the PC came out. So it's flooded. Right now PSO2 and the servers and alliances. I mean, you could join a small alliance, but then you're not gonna have people to reach out to like us. We're a small alliance.
True.
And because of our work schedule, it's not too many people that said person can reach out if they're new. So then they're jumping from alliance to alliance to alliance, and then because they're so new, they're not going to be able to join, an alliance like Instinct. You already know they're not going to be able to join a motherfucking alliance like Instinct unless they knew somebody, So it's a big.
It's rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough for the newer player. It's gonna definitely be rough for the newer player.
That's when I think it falls back on the content creators, man, to make it that user friendly. Even if they have to dumb it down a little bit, just to maybe I mean, we already get a lot of assistance. We already get XP boost. We already get rare drop boost. We already get Mercedes boost. So they're doing their part. I guess, it may take effort on the player's part.
Very true. I definitely agree with that. I'm not saying that it needs to be handed out, but definitely, some effort needs to be made on the player themselves to reach out to people and try to get information. However much information there is, try to get as much information as possible. But do you have anything else? Any other topics you'd like to talk about?
No, not currently, man. I'm still thoroughly enjoying Fighter, and I'm gonna keep releasing Fighter videos until I start seeing more fighters, and even then, it'll just boost me, so that way I'll just keep on putting Fighter videos out. But no, I'm learning as I go. Just learning my class, learning my craft, if you would, and just getting better at it. That's all. I you gotta stay with some scapegoats, but no, I don't have anything else.
I mean, it's about the same. I like, even though, like, I just like I showed you, I had to fix my slave cougar, so that's hitting a little bit harder. It's nice, and next I'm gonna be moving to the armor, but I'm still not as proficient in braver like I would like to be. But for the most part, I'm gonna just be trying to level up and max out all the characters on a very, very slow pace.
I'm gonna say this though, and this is gonna sound biased, but for anybody listening, if you want to be a boss killer and a part breaker, Fighter is the job. I'm trying to tell you. You get on a wing of a griffin, a horn, or anything like that, it's a done deal. I have not played a job yet. Maybe Ranger, but a fighter will lock in on a piece of a boss and will just chew on it. I love it. So if you want to be a part breaker, you want to be a boss killer, try it out. That's my 2 cents though.
Best bet would just be check out one of For Real's videos, and his YouTube channel be down in the description below. Definitely check out his videos and see what he's rocking. I'm not sure if he has an updated character update, but even so, just with what he currently was using in some of his past videos, is still, it puts up numbers. I can't even front. Even though I'm a braver. Yeah, I'm a braver till I die, but I gotta give it to him. The numbers he puts up they are just disgusting. Disgusting, especially with the status build. The status build he made was pretty disgusting and
insane.
Yeah, and what
Insane.
he's currently rocking right now, it's disgusting as well. So definitely check out his content down in the description below. Also, put your thoughts of what you think of the topics, down in the comment section.
And let us know what you want discussed. Let us know what you want us to discuss.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to hear our opinions on a certain topic and you want to add a piece to that, in the future, definitely put it down in the comment section, and we'll try to follow it up. Fingers crossed, I will have a special guest on the next ITP, but I'm not gonna say anything just yet. But definitely hoping that this guest will do it. I have to get in contact, but hopefully we can get him to join in, and we'll have another special guest on Impromptu Tea Party. But until then, like the video, smash, just fuck up that like and subscribe button to both our channels. Both our channels. Just eat that. Eat it up. Let's actually, you know what? Actually, let's put a like goal on it. Fuck it. Let's put a like goal on it.
Do it.
Let's go for 15 likes. We're gonna go for 15 likes on the video. Give us 15 likes on the video, and definitely let us know what you thought about the topics. But this is your boy Yinko. Peace out, my ninjas. What about you, Fresh?
Hey, like I said, I always appreciate being a part of this and being a part of the community. So if you see us online, hit us up. We want to play with our viewers. You already know I'm the hype man. So if you get in a party with me, be prepared to laugh. I do yell a whole lot at the screen. I get very, very hyped when I'm playing fighter. But nah, it's fresh for real, y'all. I appreciate you. Peace.